I knew that I'd be arriving in the dark potentially. I wasn't expecting to have to walk through a blooming wooded area. It's just coming into focus on the camera. Look at the size of this place. This is unbelievable. I've made it to where I'm leaving the car for the night. It's called the Spittal of Glen Muick car park. The place I'm going to is right on a big loch called Loch Muick. It's 25 to 7. Official sundown is about 7:05, but it's about an hour's walk. So it's going to be getting pretty dark by the time I get to the Bothy. Incidentally, on the drive from my Munro to here, I drove through some amazing places, Braemar, places like that. Never seen anything like it. This isn't just where the royal family, have their getaways. It seems that there are a lot of palaces up this way. Honestly, I'm not kidding. Some of them literally look like Disney princess castles. I've got to go to the end here, turn back on myself, all the way to there, and that's the start of the loch, and then I've got to go all the way to the other end of it. And look at this place. Don't know what it was originally, but it's all just boarded up and bricked up. That would make a really cool house. It really would. Mad, isn't it? Piece of prime real estate. Just there, boarded up, doing nothing in the middle of nowhere. You can just about see Loch Muick there. So I've just got to get to that. The path or the road should hug it all the way along, and the Bothy's right at the end on the right hand side. And it's an impressive place. It's like no other Bothy you've ever seen. Okay, we've got to the loch, and I've just spotted the roof of another building just there. Maybe it's some kind of boathouse or something. Yeah, it is right on the water, so it could be. Look. They're actually quite loud, bats. When there's no other background noise, you can really hear their squeaks. It's incredibly peaceful though. Absolutely stunning. It's not uncommon for sightings of sea eagles or even golden eagles in this part of the world. Right in the middle of the loch, there's a big dark area that's sort of rippling all on its own. I'm not sure if there's a monster in this one, or whether that's, something causing it to appear different underneath there. Maybe a shoal of fish or something. It's really dark now. I've had to turn the exposure settings up to their highest on the camera, just so you can see me. But I'm going to need the torch very soon. This place has got its own entrance. It was probably gated at one point, I should imagine. But yeah, this is the driveway. I knew that I'd be arriving in the dark potentially. I wasn't expecting to have to walk through a blooming wooded area in the dark. It's quite creepy. I don't know if you can see it yet. It's just coming into focus on the camera. Look at the size of this place. This is unbelievable. Look at that. Wow. It is literally a stately home. Or at least it once was. How about that? So mad. Anyway, let's find the Bothy. It should be around the back here. We're looking for an alleyway behind the building. Such a shame all the windows are boarded up. I'd really like to see what was inside. But this should be where the Bothy is. Hopefully there's an NBA symbol on the door. Yeah, there we go. This is it, folks. Oh wow. So yeah, there's a mezzanine floor. No bunking areas down here. So the upstairs, oh there is. Oh, that's so cool. Oh yeah, that's where I'm going to sleep tonight. I'd sooner that than upstairs. But anyway, let's get me pack off. Oh my goodness, look at that old burner. Hopefully it is efficient. It's massive. Oh, there is a window. 2 windows. Anyway, I need to get this pack off. I'm going to get some candles on the go, get a log on the fire, and start making some food. And then we'll have a wander around the whole estate and have a look at it. Because that's probably going to be one of the spookiest ones I've ever had to look around by torchlight at night. But I'm going to have to do it now that I've come all the way up here. So, first things first, get sorted. Get me fire log in. Got a big one this time, so this one should last for about 3 hours. Okay, so I swept down the bottom bunk because that's where I definitely want to sleep tonight. I've moved the table and benches back to make a bit more space in front of it. I've also swept all of the rubbish that was on top. There was all sorts of stuff on there. So that's about as clean as it's going to get because I want to cook in a minute. The candlestick holder has got a mirror behind it, so it kind of doubles the light that's made by it. That's so cool. Anyway, while the pasta's heating up, I haven't had a look upstairs yet. So better do that, just to make sure there's no one being extra quiet up here. There we go. This is a proper posh bothy, it really is, honestly. Absolutely lovely. And they've even got all of these plaques with different mountaineering knots as well, which is really cool. I like that. It's got a skylight, 2 skylights. And good carbon monoxide alarm up there. There's a good one downstairs too. This is a proper bothy. Probably one of the coziest ones I've ever seen. Bit of a steep staircase though. Now that I know nobody's upstairs, I feel a lot more comfortable. Oh my god, I am so gutted. Absolutely gutted. I had 2 jars of pasta sauce in the boot and I just grabbed one of them and put it in my bag to bring out here, and I've just discovered that the safety lid has popped, which means I can't risk using it. I can't believe it. I was really looking forward to that. I've hardly eaten anything today apart from some cereal first thing and a sandwich. Unbelievable. So I think what I'm going to do now is just have plain pasta with tuna sprinkled in amongst it, and it's going to be incredibly bland, but it's something. Okay, the pasta's done. I just sprinkled the tuna in it. I don't know whether it's because I'm so hungry or what, but that tastes actually really good. It's got to be the blandest meal I've ever had in my life, and right now it tastes divine. I'm not kidding. It's literally just pasta with tuna flakes in it. Okay, so I've eaten. As much as that tasted nice when I first started eating it, by the end of it, it was a bit of an ordeal. But I've got some food in my belly, that's the main thing. And before I settle down, I want to walk around the building in the dark. So let's do this. As soon as you step out, you can hear the rushing water. So yeah, that door, wherever it led, has been blocked off now, and it's basically just a wood store. Lots of saws and stuff, and an axe. So all of these rooms don't look like they've been opened in a long time. I'm not sure what they were for. But yeah, that's the main house. Every single window has been boarded up now. That one there though, the sash window has dropped a little bit. Still looks like there's wood behind it, but up the top there, rather than being boarded up, it looks like hinged wooden window shutters, and one of them's open. Mad. Yeah, there's no boards on that one either. You can just about see inside the room by the looks of it. Blimey, how many chimneys are there? Let's go for a wander around. So the water's just rushing straight down there off of the mountains. What's up the back here? Oh wow, so this is a separate building again. Proper creepy. Right in the middle of the woods, miles away from anywhere. All on my own. Yeah, so I wonder what that place was. Let's have a look. Ah, there's a toilet. A Bothy toilet. Ah. Yeah, it's just a hole. Oh my god. Yeah. Not even a seat to sit on. There I was expecting a posh toilet in such a posh place. But yes, literally just a hole in the ground. Oh, big puddle there. So there's just, looks like ladders, bits and bobs. It's just used for storage by the looks of it. Oh, there's a staircase up there, look. That's spooky. And it's all padlocked. That one's boarded up. But yeah. So this is the Bothy. You can see the skylights there. There we go. That's what it looks like. Nice and cozy with all the candles on. Can't wait to get back in there. So tired. So yeah, that's the door that was blocked off where all the logs are, so it didn't actually lead anywhere other than out, as it turns out. So creepy. I'm most creeped out about that window where the wooden kind of shutters were actually open, the upstairs window. So yeah, whereas I thought they were boarded up, on closer inspection they actually are just shutters, wooden shutters. They would have like kind of 4 hinged sections and kind of fold back. So now we're back around the front of the property. There we go. That's mad. So mad. Unbelievable. So there's the front door. All locked up, I should imagine. Yeah. Not very securely there. It looks like there's a bar across the top there. Wonder what that is. That looks like the plants have created kind of a path down. Check that out in the morning. But yeah, oh, there's another window up there that's not shuttered. That narrow one there. No, there's another door. So there's more than one way to get in. Mad. I think that's enough looking around. We'll do some more in the morning, in the daylight. There we go. Oh. That's better. So you're probably thinking, what even is this place? What is it doing here? It's called Glas-Allt-Shiel, and it was actually built in its present form by Queen Victoria as a getaway in 1868. After her husband, Prince Albert, died, she was grieving for quite a long period, and she just felt like everywhere reminded her of him on the rest of the estate. Now, it's not exactly a palace. I think from pictures I've seen, the interior does look relatively normal. Far from, you know, like what you see in Buckingham Palace, etc. But it was the location, it was somewhere where she could get away from it all and simply grieve for the husband that she loved. So yeah, this place, where I am now, is basically Queen Victoria's outhouse. I'm going to spend the night in Queen Victoria's outhouse. How about that, folks? I would love to have a look around inside the main house. It's such a shame that it's all locked up and, you know, the windows are shuttered. But anyway, isn't this a mad bothy? Even if this, what we're in now, was just a building in the middle of nowhere, this is one of the poshest bothies I've ever been in. How did it become a bothy? Well, apparently this room was left unlocked and it just got discovered by hikers. And it was a bit of a secret among them. And when they were hiking through, they'd stay here the night. And eventually it was officially taken on by, I think it was a mountaineering club. Hence all of the, you know, knots and stuff around the place and crampons up on the wall I noticed as well. But yeah, eventually the Mountain Bothy Association took it on. And now it's open to anyone, which is crazy. Okay, I just heard a stag bellowing right outside. Not right outside the front door, but around the house somewhere. And so it reminded me of my trail cam, and I've gone back outside and found a drain pipe basically that overlooks some of the woodland by the river there, and hopefully it will catch something overnight, something better than a mouse this time. Anyway, time to go to bed now. Good night. So, yes, it is still dark and I am awake. However, I went to bed at like 10 o'clock and it's now like 6:30. So, for the first time ever, I slept for about 8 hours in a bothy. I hadn't even noticed, because it still felt quite dark in here, because of the alleyway next to us, that there is actually some light coming in through the back window there. You couldn't see last night because it was so dark, but you can see now the loch goes all the way around this wooded area. It's so pretty. I love this place. So yeah, I'll show you where I put the trail cam now. I just strapped it to this drain pipe here. Didn't want to put it too high because I wanted it to catch maybe smaller animals as well. So let's go and have a look at this little stream. So there's actually two. There's this small one here, but you can just about see the rapids of a larger one there. So it breaks off into two forks for some reason and then goes under this cute little bridge. Look at it. And it's incredible to think that Queen Victoria of actual Victorian times used to live here when she wanted to get away from it all. It's crazy, really. I wonder what room she slept in and what her view was. You couldn't quite see last night, but when I said that these bushes looked like they were sort of creating a path down to somewhere, it wasn't actually very far away. I'd imagine there was a boat here. Would definitely be the most logical conclusion, I think. Got a little bit of a beach. I love the the sound of the lapping of the water against the rocks there. So there's another little beach here. This one you could actually get a few deck chairs on, I think. Absolutely beautiful. I would live here, I really would. It is apparently fully owned by King Charles now, but clearly they don't do much with the place, if anything. I wonder if anyone actually still comes here and opens the house up and keeps it looking nice inside. I wonder if there's furniture inside still. It may look, you know, the same way as it did when Victoria used to live here. I'm not entirely sure, but I think this track might just be one that leads up into the Munros, because it looks quite long and I don't want to walk that far away from the Bothy. I've got a lot of walking to do as it is to get back to the car. So yeah, the house I looked in last night, the smaller separate house from the main building, I guess it must have been, you know, the servants' quarters, something like that. I'm so glad that I came out here. I've been looking forward to doing this one for a long time. I was just looking for a way of getting all the way up here and getting it done, and I've managed it. And it's the right time of the year as well. Much less likely to find the place swarming with tourists. There's a nice cool breeze, so the midges haven't been too much of a problem. I did read in the Bothy book that people came down here to camp, couldn't because the midges were so bad, and ended up using the Bothy to escape them, and were quite glad of, you know, the fact that it was there as an alternative to their tent. Whoa. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but that sounds like a couple of stags going at it. So if I had to guess, Victoria's room of choice was one of these at the front here. Okay, I just retrieved the trail cam and I couldn't resist having a little look to see if it caught anything. At first I thought it was all just going to be footage of me setting it up and taking it down and walking around out here this morning. And it mostly was, but then I found two images of a couple of deer standing right there eating the grass. So yeah, amazing. It wasn't the stag I was trying to capture, but it's not far off. Definitely the biggest thing I've caught on the trail cam so far. They weren't exactly close to the camera, but it's still a result. I'm happy with that. It's finally paying off. So I'm all packed up and ready to go. Just got to put a couple of little bits away, like my light and stuff, but it's still a little bit dark in here, so I've got it out for the time being. Packed up my little bit of rubbish, but generally the place is looking tidier. Definitely tidier than when I first got here last night. But to be honest, there wasn't much to do. It's just people had left chairs laying around, stuff like that. One thing I hadn't noticed when I got here last night is there's skylights in this ceiling as well. So let's have a quick look upstairs now. I know I did it last night, but let's do it with some light coming through the skylight. There we go. Look at that. Really nice, bright kind of loft space. And these are the skylights. Quite thick perspex, so you're not gonna, it's not a weak spot, you're not gonna fall through that. You can sleep lots of people up here, lots. Okay, I'm ready to go. So, goodbye Glas-Allt-Shiel Bothy. Fond memories on this one. I'm looking forward to going through the footage and seeing how it's gonna look to you guys as well. So, let's get out of here. I've got a long journey ahead. So, I hope you've enjoyed watching my stay at Glas-Allt-Shiel Bothy. I certainly enjoyed staying there, as you can probably tell. And hopefully you enjoyed my 3-day mini-series of my dash between the Lake District to Scotland. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to help support the channel, then go to my homepage. You'll see a join button next to the subscribe button, and if you tap that, it will tell you all the details. Really appreciate it. So, thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you on the next adventure. Cheers.